Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane. And before we get into this reading, I have an announcement to make. I am open to private readings, private and personalized meditations, and animal healing. So if you are interested in a reading, in a meditation, in an animal healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It will also be linked in the description box below. Yeah, so check it out. And if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, on this reading, this would help me out tremendously. I'm still trying to get into favor with the YouTube algorithm gods who are still punishing me for having to take that break to take care of my sick family members. So thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. You're really helping me out a lot. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this August 1st Aquarius supermoon. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, show me clearly. This one. Okay. So this is the 10 of Swords reverse. We need to be aware that we're coming to the end of a cycle when it comes to things that we have personalized, like hurtful, hateful, mean things that people have said. We're becoming aware of it, and we're releasing a lot that has once held us back and really been toxic and painful to us. But this release, it can feel it's a purge, right? We're releasing this toxicity, and we can actually not feel that well while we're doing so. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like an intense detox. So just be aware of this during this time. I see it's like it just makes us feel rather lethargic. So this reading is from full moon to full moon. And the full moon is, of course, on the 1st of August, but then again on the 30th of August. These are both super moons. And the last one on the 30th of August is also a blue moon. So this is really intense time, and we're purging out a lot of negativity. Releasing. We're releasing a lot of negativity. So be aware of that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have wish. We're embracing what we wish for, what we deeply desire, what we want, what we need. We're really letting our wishes shine during this time. And Capricorn, we're believing in our wishes, which is really quite beautiful. It's kind of like the art of manifestation. We're really believing in what we wish for, and we're moving towards the power of a visualization, like of being able to see it and have it manifest itself forward. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Interesting. Okay. So let's talk about this time astrologically speaking before we dive into the tarot. On the 1st of August, we of course have the supermoon in Aquarius. This is at 9 degrees, 15 minutes of Aquarius. A a full moon is when the moon and the sun are opposite each other. So it's a very powerful time. A supermoon is just when the moon is even closer to the earth, and so it's even more enhanced. So this is an extremely powerful time. Aquarius energy is about communication, collaboration, grassroots. It's about the mind, the intellect, innovation, and that's collaborating, coming together with Leo energy, because we're in Leo time period with the sun. And this is the energy of the heart and letting our life shine, like letting ourselves shine within our lives. These are also sister signs. So this can be a time that's excellent for us because sisters, as we know, can be the best of friends or the worst of enemies. So just know that here, that energy can be coming forward, Capricorn. This is a time when the head and the heart are in conflict with each other. It's going to be to varying degrees, depending on where we are in our journey. It's time to move out of the strictly logic based head way of thinking of things, which can keep us stuck, and time to move into the heart way of seeing things, because we're going to find that love is the most transformative force in the universe. Now, Capricorn, we're ruled by Saturn. This could be a little bit more difficult for us to move out of the head energy because Saturn is all about rules and structures and order and top down. So Aquarius energy, where it's, grassroots, it's roots up, can be a little bit kind of going against the grain of what we want. And we can see that here with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, not Knight, the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords reverse. That energy, the energy of Aquarius, represented by the swords in the minor arcana, can just really be going against the way that we want to see things, the way that we want things to move forward. We can feel that things actually aren't moving forward because it's a little bit too chaotic for us. So just be aware of this, that if we're feeling like, oh my gosh, it's like messy, kind of like a child eating jam and getting their fingerprints everywhere, like that sticky jam everywhere, we can be really frustrated by it. But it's also going to be a time that makes beautiful memories for us that are hard to replicate. So just be aware of that. As frustrating as you can find the time, it's still a beautiful time, and we're going to feel it that way. Now, Caraclaw, which I hope I'm saying that correctly. Now, this is in mythology the wife of Chiron. This is also the largest asteroid in our solar system. Caraclaw is conjunct the supermoon. Now, this is astoundingly beautiful energy. This is holding sacred space. This is embracing silence. This is also embracing the healing of people, of ourselves, of moving forward. So, this is just a beautiful, beautiful combination of Caraclaw conjunct the supermoon. This combined with the fact that the moon is in Aquarius, this really helps us to move forward without judgment. This is going to be a time where we're letting go of a lot of judgments, a lot of the things that have held us back. Now, the North Lunar Node is conjunct Eris. Eris is a dwarf planet and in mythology, the warrior sister to Mars. So Eris leads us to truth, to justice, to equality, and leads us to stand in our power. Now, Mars is conjunct Jupiter, which has us fighting for our beliefs and what's correct. Now, what's really interesting about the energy of Mars and Eris is that this can make this time rather opinionated, a little bit difficult. Like everybody has an opinion, everybody has a way of seeing things. We're all moving towards what we think is correct. But what I think is correct and what you think is correct can be very different. Like I like mayonnaise on a hamburger, right? And people can be absolutely disgusted by that. And other people can think it's absolutely delicious. It's controversial, but it's the way I like things. So here, if it can be controversial about making a hamburger or a veggie burger, it can be controversial about anything. So just know that during this time, everybody has really strong opinions. We can be frustrated by certain people, certain situations, certain things, but they can be equally as frustrated by us. Venus is conjunct the Grand Trine. Now, this is exquisite. This brings visionary energy. This is astoundingly inspirational. This is highly powerful. This is a time where we can get ideas that are like, they change our life. They're just like mind blowing, change our life. It's like, I didn't see this. I didn't see this coming, and I didn't know it could be like this. Saturn is conjunct Mercury. This is powerful for us because, again, we're ruled by Saturn. So, this helps us to focus our mind and to stay on track. We can utilize this to the umpteenth millionth degree, Capricorn. We can be so on point, so on track, get things so done, so well. So just be aware that we can be highly efficient during this time. Uranus is squared Venus. If you're in a relationship, okay, this can make us feel a little bit restless, a little bit like, do I want to move forward this way? Do I not want to move forward this way? We want our freedom, we want our independence. So just be aware of that before we make any really big decisions. Understand that it's written in our stars during this time. So just be respectful of that energy and how it's playing within ourselves. Now, if we're not in a relationship, this can bring someone into our lives from completely out of the blue and someone very different from us, where we're like, wow, I usually wouldn't be attracted to this type of person, or I wouldn't even, you like, I can't believe we've met. We were from such different worlds, that type of thing. Now, Uranus squared Venus also brings with it financial volatility, so do be aware of that. Jupiter is squared the Sun and the Moon, which makes things much bigger, much more dramatic. And also, because Jupiter is in Taurus energy, this has us leaving behind a lot of complexities. We want things to be simple, we want things to come back down to earth, which is going to really resonate with us, Capricorn. With the Wheel of Fortune reverse, this isn't going to be as outwardly changing as we think it's going to be. There can be something where we think, oh, I'm going to move, or oh, this is going to change. And we feel like it's not, like we can feel like we're a little bit stagnant. Just be aware of that. Things are still changing, but it's not going to be as visible as we think it is. Because I hear Spirit is saying it's still changing, but it just it just doesn't feel like it is. So just be aware of this during this time. We can also have a really hard time, again, trusting our heart, moving things forward. It's interesting because, yeah, okay, I was going to say Aquarius energy is the mind, and we're so logic based, but here it's just interesting that we're having a conflict with it, and it's from that grassroots. It's not from structure. So just be aware of this. But the Wheel of Fortune reversed shows that we can be resisting a change, but I do feel like we expecting something to open up. We're expecting something to change in a very big way. We can be very disappointed when it doesn't. It just doesn't open up the way that we had thought it would. So just be aware of that. Now, with the Five of Pentacles reverse, the Five of Pentacles reverse is us letting go of a lot of money issues, doubts, fears, chaos, hurts, pains, disappointments around money. We are releasing it. The Five of Pentacles is also a poverty mentality. It's kind of like, I don't get to be rich. I don't get to be prosperous. I don't get to move forward the way that I want to. And once again, we're releasing this. We're letting it go. And we're starting to call in the money, which is absolutely fantastic. I see a change coming, during the winter months, more like we're releasing a lot of negativity that we have around money during this time. And as it gets cooler, it doesn't have to be snow on the ground, but as it gets cooler, we're going to start to see more money coming in and really a stabilizing of things. So that's going to be a good thing. With the Knight of Swords reversed, the Knight of Swords reversed, we're having a bit of difficulty connecting with our throat chakra. So being aware of that is going to be super beneficial to us. Understanding that we're having a bit of difficulty saying what we want, knowing what we desire, really embracing our voice and even our life path. We can be really questioning the way that we're moving forward. But the Knight of Swords reversed is also a very reckless card. Okay. There can be somebody in our life who's just very reckless. They want change. It doesn't matter. As long as they're moving, they feel like they're getting somewhere. But we can be moving in really negative directions. We can be moving in a really negative way. So being aware of that is super, super important. Also, understanding that there's an energy around us that can be pushing us, like wanting us to move faster than we're comfortable. We need to voice that. We need to say, you know what? I need this to slow down because there's something here. I'm hearing like taunting, like little kids taunting us. And it's almost like, I don't want to be a baby. I don't want to be a baby. I don't want to be considered like weak or little or, incapable in one way or another. And it's kind of, I'm getting a sense of like people wouldn't think that we feel this way because we're so confident on the outside, but there's something here where it's like, I don't want to be seen as a baby. I don't want to be seen as, you know, not being able to like stand on my own 2 feet or being a coward in some way. And Spirit wants you to know you're not a coward. Anybody who taunts you, anybody who's making you do something that makes you, or wanting you to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, they're immature, not you. Be comfortable in your energy, be comfortable in moving forward. If you need to move more slowly, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Move more slowly. This card actually highly recommends it because somebody's trying to push something. We can, again, also feel like, okay, just any movement is going to be better than being still. But there's a power in stillness. And we see that with Caraclaw. Like there's a power in stillness, especially during this moon. And from, again, the 1st of August to the 30th of August, there's a power in stillness. With the Three of Swords reverse, we're releasing a lot of heartbreak, pain, disappointment, anger, upset, things that kept us small, things that kept us hidden away, things that, kept us quiet and meek and hidden. It's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. There's heartbreak that is being released. We're going to be finding ourselves more during this time, seeing ourselves more, gaining more confidence, gaining more assurity within ourselves, power, understanding, determination, focus. That's going to be coming in. We're releasing a lot of negativity, and it can feel almost uncomfortable because I just feel like we're becoming untethered, right? We're setting ourselves free. We're rising in a very, very beautiful way. And it can almost be like, oh my gosh, I feel myself like elevating. I feel my energy elevating. And that can be a little bit uncomfortable for us because we're used to being kind of weighed down. So just be aware of this, that we can actually resist this as it comes. Now, the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We're moving forward in the power of our heart. We're letting our heart guide us. We're letting ourselves embrace what we love, what we want, what we desire within our lives. There's chaos of emotion that we're rising above. Let your heart guide you. Let yourself be a part and be connected with your heart, with what you love, with what you want in your life. It's opening up doors in a very, very real way. We're a little bit apprehensive in following our heart, but there's a sense here of like, well, why not? Why not embrace what I love? Why not, have this joy, have this beauty, have this power? And it brings us then to the Queen of Swords reverse. The Queen of Swords reverse is us. There's a sense of a blockage around the third eye. So just be aware of this. Third eye energy blockage. There's a sense of like we're trying to see more than what is there, but it's feeling overwhelming to us. It's like, how can I move forward? How can I see this? How can I trust these instincts, these ideas? So be aware of that. But this is also, we can be rather biting during this time. We're releasing so much that has held us back. We're stepping out of a place of fear. We feel like things should be moving more quickly than they are, and we're frustrated with that. And so here, we can be a little bit sharp with our tongues. Our words can be a little bit caustic, a little bit intense, a little bit like biting and jeering. So just be aware of that. But also be aware that we can have somebody in our lives whose words are just a little bit mean. It's like they give a compliment and an insult in the same breath. And there's a sense of, I'm really done with this during this time. I'm done with this nastiness. And I'm opening up the door to me. But there's also going to be, Spirit is showing me like a tough truth being seen. So being aware of that energy too, that a tough truth is going to be seen during this time. Just know it's going to be something, again, it's tough. We don't want to see it, but it's becoming clear. And once it's clear, it's like, okay, that was validating. I didn't like it, but it was validating. So just be aware of this. Let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. Okay. So our bonus energy that came forward was void reversed. We're having a bit of difficulty stepping into the silence that is provided during this time. A lot of answers are going to come in the silence, but the void, the universe, the connection, the understanding that stardust runs through our veins and that we are like just undeniably connected with the universe and the world, that can be something that we don't find peace in. There's a sense of like wanting to find peace or wanting to find worth in achievement, and spirits like calm it down, slow it down, quiet it. That's going to be really important. The quiet, I cannot tell you or emphasize enough, Capricorn, how important quiet is going to be for you. Luck is on your side. Now, I know a lot of cards are reversed. That's not a bad thing. It's just letting us know the energy of this time. Luck is on your side. Take aim. Our hunger for certain things that we were hungry for, driven by, like thought, oh, I'm always going to be starving for this, or I'm always going to be kind of like obsessed with this. It's dying away. Look at what you're taking aim at. Look at what you love and want. Take aim because luck is on your side. This is going to be a very powerful time. Again, when you're in it, it's kind of like when your kid is getting sticky fingerprints everywhere and leaving toys everywhere and being chaotic and always being underfoot. It's a stressful time. It's an overwhelming time, but it's a time you'll look back at and be like, oh wow, I miss it. That's what this time is like. It's like it's stressful, it's overwhelming, but my gosh, is it beautiful. It moves us here to self-love. Work through your fears is reversed. We're having a bit of difficulty working through our fears as our money issues change. It's kind of like our fears can keep us stuck there, can keep us stuck in poverty, doubt, fear, negativity, a sense of, well, I'm going to lose it all. No, embrace self love, embrace loving yourself. Say, I am worth this. I am worth prosperity and success. I am worth prosperity and success. I am worth prosperity and success. Make it your mantra because it's going to lead you to a place that lets you shine. And it's all about self love right now. Write on your mirror in lipstick or in dry erase marker, I love myself. I love myself. Say it to yourself. Let yourself raise your energy vibration because it's going to make the world just so much more powerful to be in. It's going to make you so much powerful, such a powerful manifester, but also such a powerful leader in your own world, in creating what you desire. But also know that as you're raising up, there's going to be energy that wants to pull you down, and you're releasing such toxicity. So just be aware of this. Wisdom. You are astoundingly wise. Your commitment is being tested. Yes, of course it is. This is reversed. Your commitment is being tested because you want action. It's kind of like, I want action at almost any cost. And that's fine. That's great. But no, it's not. That sense of I need movement, I need vibrancy, I need is wonderful. But we have to be practical about it and not chaotic. Embrace wisdom. During this time, embrace wisdom. Step back and be like, okay, is this wise? Why am I doing this? Why am I being moved forward this way? With the release of heartbreak and negativity, attraction is reversed, and so is a fiery climax approaches. This is going to be rather calm. This release, this sense of freedom. Okay? We can feel overwhelmed by it. We can feel kind of again untethered. But with attraction is reversed. We're not realizing that such powerful emotional energy is coming forward. So we're not focusing our minds on what we want. We can be really focusing our minds on what we're releasing. And so just be aware of that. Attraction. What are you focusing on? What are you saying to yourself? Like what are what are the words going through your head? What is the mantra that's surrounding you? Masculine energy is reversed with the Knight of Cups, and so is nothing will come of the situation. Now, nothing would come of the situation is reversed, and this is the void, of course. The void, of course, is certain times during a lunar cycle where whatever you intend to happen, it goes pear shaped. Like it just doesn't work out. It either goes the complete opposite or it just doesn't work out. So it's like during those times, which is only a few minutes, you know, things can just go wonky. So this energy of nothing will come of the situation, that's reverse. What you want will come forward if you follow your heart, if you listen to your emotions, if you calm things down, and if you slow things down. Masculine energy reversed, getting in touch with your sacred masculine energy is going to be so important. Saying what does sacred masculine energy look like for me? Even saying, like just sitting back, exhaling, and saying sacred feminine energy, seeing what that feels like to you, and sacred masculine energy. What does that feel like to you? Does one make you a little bit afraid, like make you a little bit nervous, pull away? Why is that? And we can see that a lot around the sacred masculine energy. There's sacredness in the masculine, and it's a connection with that sacred masculine energy, that power, that sense of standing in our change, in our development. That's going to be so important, but also standing in what we want, and the fact that what we want can change, it can grow, but knowing what we desire and going after it is super important. We have pleasure reversed, and we have what do you need to release reverse. So we're not having pleasure right now. We need to embrace pleasure, personal pleasure, a sense of expressing ourselves, letting ourselves shine, letting ourselves move forward. And what do we need to release reverse with the Queen of Swords reverse? Because there's a sense of we're not speaking openly and honestly to ourselves. We can be speaking meanly to ourselves. We can be listening to what others say that's mean, because it's kind of like, well, they're telling me the harsh truth. Like I need to hear it harshly, you know, like really blunt. Because like I don't know why we're thinking right now that if it's mean, it's kind of like, oh well, I just need to hear like the facts type of thing. It's like no, we can be kind and considerate. We don't have to be harsh and mean with our words. What do we need to release? The fact that we're not letting the pleasure in, and we're thinking, oh, I don't have to release anything. I'm perfectly fine. It's like no, 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 no. Release, release, and see yourself move forward. Yeah. And ask yourself, what do I need to release? The first thing that pops in your mind is going to be the thing that you need to focus on. When the first thing that pops into our mind can be responsibilities that we can't be released from, right? But it's like, okay, what is the chaos here that I need to let go of? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the world reversed. We need to be mindful of kind of making our world a little bit too small, stepping back, pulling away from everything. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious spirit message here is devoted reversed. We can be questioning what we're devoted to, what we want to create, manifest, move forward in, or what we have devoted ourselves to. It's like, is this right? Is this right for me? We can ask those questions, but understanding that the creation of our story, it can't be rewritten. And so, not to beat ourselves up on what we once thought we were devoted to, even if it winds up that, no, I'm not devoted to that anymore. Our subconscious tarot message, with the 10 of Wands reversed, we're releasing so much that we have been carrying, so much weight, so much hurt, so much pain, so much that has been crushing our wings, not letting us fly. This is going to be a time where we're coming to a conclusion of a cycle, where looking at what we're passionate about, what we really want, what we really want to cultivate, and we're letting ourselves shine. We're giving ourselves permission. Our subconscious Luna message begins with the reverse, bring love into the situation, and then we have balance, and that's in the upright position. So here, we're not bringing love into the situation. We can find that to be very challenging. So during this time, chanting love to ourselves, the most powerful word in the universe, astoundingly beneficial, can just, kind of change our whole DNA, kind of, well, not our DNA, but you know what I'm saying. It can change our whole vibrational energy, and it can lead us to a much more balanced place. We need to understand that right now, we're not bringing love into the situation. We can be too practical, we can be way too in our heads, which ruled by Saturn is completely normal. And then here, once we let our heart shine, we bring into balance what we want, what we love, what we're devoted to, what we need. Okay. So even though being practical, awesome, it's like an awesome gift that we have. Do not be so practical that you talk yourself out of your own success, or you think, oh my gosh, nobody would ever want this. Nobody would ever need this. Nobody would ever, accept whatever. It's like, no, first you accept and then you cultivate forward. Okay. First you see you as a success. You move away that poverty mentality through self-love and confidence within yourself. And then everything else will follow. It really will. I know it sounds hard to believe. And we can think, oh, and it's also scary. It's like, do I want that success? Or I'm scared of that success. It can be overwhelming, the responsibility that then it brings. But let it in. Let it in, Capricorn. It's time. It is absolutely time. All right. So let's end this reading with a meditation. Actually, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, Capricorn. So now let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this supermoon, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.